Boxing Bros UK. Watch it.
Thanks, sir. Hello, everybody. This is Boxing Bros UK. I am a Hister Boss Chris. On the far left is my co-host Andrew the Boxing Brain, and in the middle,
Hello.
special guest Elliot from Eat, Sleep, Repeat Boxing. Great guy. He's got a good channel, and he's helped us out on our channel a lot. Great guy.
All the events.
He's always there. Check him out. The topic of this video is Crawford Canelo. It's only next month. It's all drama, and it's on Netflix, and we don't have to pay for it, isn't it? All that good stuff. So, first question is to you, Elliot. What do you make of it being on Netflix? Like, did that throw you off a bit? Like, wow, this is on Netflix and it's free.
Yeah,
a fight this big.
Good question. It's obviously great because I feel it's been quite a pay-per-view heavy year this year, hasn't it? I can't remember all of them, but obviously Usyk Bartu, that was 25 quid. The February 22nd card, Hamza Shiraz, Edgar Berlanga, I think that was 25 quid as well.
Yeah,
I'm
square
square
as well. Yeah, so we're not got any money left to them to give it to us for free on Netflix. So for that reason, that's great. Like, because I think some of those pay-per-views that we've mentioned are too expensive as well. £25 to watch a boxing match is a lot of money. So for that reason, I think as fans, we kind of deserve it. And yeah, I think it's great because a lot of people have got Netflix. It's an easy to use platform. You can do it on your TV quite easily as well. It's not like when DAZN started, when it was difficult to get it on your TV. So yeah, I'm all for it. As long as kind of the Netflix stream doesn't kind of buffer halfway through the fifth round and we miss someone getting stopped, it's fine. But yeah, no, I thought Taylor Serrano 3 a couple of weeks ago was on Netflix, which is obviously free as well, and that looks great to me.
Okay, good. So next question. So with Canelo's performance against Skull, and it wasn't the best. Obviously, a lot of Skull can take a lot of the blame, but Canelo has, because he's been in fighters like that before, and he's not been that poor. And Hamza Shiraz absolutely obliterating Berlanga like he was nothing, and Canelo struggling with him. I know it's rock, paper, scissors boxing, stars make fights, but you can take something from that. What do you take from it? Is he on the slide or not?
Call me or Elliot.
Sorry.
Elliot. Sorry, Elliot.
Yeah, I think Canelo Alvarez is not the fighter he once was. He is still a worthy world champion. I think he's in not the best era of super middleweights at the moment, I would say. And I respect him for kind of fighting who's out there. Jaime Munguia, Edgar Berlanga, maybe not elite fighters, but still kind of top fighters at the time, undefeated at the time. But yeah, Canelo, when his peak was, is maybe kind of an interesting topic to discuss. But yeah, he's not the fighter he was, but he's not going to be. He's 35 years old now, 65 odd fights, I believe. You're not going to be at the peak of your powers.
No. Andrew, what do you?
It's hard to argue with that, really. I mean, I've been banging on this for a while. Worst super middleweight division era ever. Not great, is it? Let's be honest. When you got Sirachi, that was a good win for Sirachi. Then Munguia looks gun shy after that. Sirachi ain't even a puncher. Then Munguia gets in there. A lot of these haven't aged well. Some of these wins for Canelo as well. We were saying off air, me and Elliot, that he hasn't actually knocked anyone sort of out, stopped anyone since Caleb Plant in 2021. And Elliot made a good point and said he's been knocking people over. I think John Ryder, he broke his nose, bloodied his nose, put him on down, put Berlanga down.
Yeah,
I think he's done it a few times. Did he put Munguia?
Did he put Munguia down? I think he knocked Munguia down as well.
And look, you can look at it, can't you, and go,
can't close the show.
Okay, he's putting them down. Is he not banking on his gas tank? Because Canelo 10 years ago walks that guy down and he gets the job done. Predatory instincts gets the job done. And it's like, is he carrying them because he's a fellow Mexican? I don't know. All sorts of arguments as to why he's not doing it. But when you see Shiraz, great move moving up to super middleweight and dispatches Berlanga, kind of almost exposed Berlanga's defense on the inside. And I don't know, it has maybe suggested to me that Canelo like Elliot said, 64th fight, 65th fight, whatever he's at. Yeah, he's still only 35, but I wonder whether his body's more like 42 in there. Because against Skull, it was like, look, I know Skull was galloping around the ring like Devin Haney against Ramirez, but Canelo didn't look interested in trying to go. Look, Turbiev's still cutting off the ring at 41, so there's no excuse for me personally. That's my answer for you, really. Yeah.
Oh, I got to agree with you on that. I think he's doing a Floyd Mayweather. It's the end of my career. I will fight who I want, and I will fight how I want because I'm old. I can't do what I used to, but tough because of what I've done. You've got to watch it and pay for it, kind of thing. I just feel like he hasn't. He probably could close the show, but he doesn't want to take the risk of losing. So, like you say, because he thinks this is a 10-8 round, so that's an extra point, guaranteed win. If I go to close the show, gas out, and then he comes for me next round, then then I might lose. So I think he's just saving himself, saving his hands, saving himself, and just getting through. And I think, I agree with you guys. He's definitely lost a step. I think mentally, he's checking out and retiring soon. Don't want to get hurt. Don't need to take any unnecessary risks. Don't need to do anything for the fans. I've already given them everything. Now they need to watch my shit fights and be happy just because they get.
And they do come out and still watch him in their million.
Yeah, exactly. So, next question. So I'll start with you, Elliot. What did you make of Terence Crawford versus the Madrimov fight, and do you think that his inactivity is going to be a problem because that's the only fight he's had in like a year or longer? Has it been now, I believe?
Yeah, look, I'm a big fan of Crawford, but 6 years in a row now, he's had one fight a year, and even if you're an elite fighter like he is, it's not good. And at the age he is, which is 37, not good. I thought the Madrimov fight, I thought he won the fight. I thought all the scorecards were fair. The scorecards were all close from what I can remember, but they all had him winning, and I thought that was fair. And it was a tough introduction to the light middleweight division against Madrimov, who was unbeaten at the time, is a very good fighter, but it wasn't Crawford's best performance, and I wonder if that's because it was maybe one weight division too many. So I don't want to kind of give away my prediction, but Crawford it was still a good performance, but it wasn't his best performance. But it was up against a top fighter, and it wasn't an easy introduction to the division.
Yeah, difficult to disagree again, really. I mean, 37 now. I mean, before that, what was it? There was the Errol Spence TKO, wasn't it? And not maybe the best version of Spence. I mean, after the car crash, I don't know how much was taken out of Spence there, and the inactivity. Going up to 1-5 against Madrimov, he was a tricky operator. Madrimov, he's a tricky fighter, but he managed to get over that, and then stepping up again to 160. Oh, 168. Sorry, yeah, of course. Then going right up to another 14 pounds up to 168 at super. That's the thing, isn't it? Is it just because in terms of kind of his skills, he's certainly got the skills to beat Canelo, and with Canelo's kind of engine not wanting to close the show, you can see how Crawford's going to win it. But without giving Mike, because I'm sure you've got a question for prediction as well. Yeah. I'm not sure. It's going to be interesting.
Okay, next one. Right, for both fighters, what does it mean for their legacy if they win this fight? Canelo first, Elliot. If he wins this, what does it mean for his legacy?
Yeah, it's a tough one because I don't think it means too much because he's fighting a fighter who's currently 2, maybe should arguably be 3 weight divisions below him, and he's achieved so much. It's a strange question. It's a strange fight in some ways because it's kind of, if you had said it was going to happen a couple of years ago, I don't think anyone would have believed you. Yet here we are. But if Canelo wins, that's I don't know. Some people might find that harsh, but for me, you're fighting someone who's older than you and 2 weight divisions below you. You probably should win. So I'm not sure he'll get too much credit, but maybe he should.
What about you, Andrew?
I can't disagree with that because the thing is, if Canelo wins, you're like, well, he's absolutely, he's big for what he's been right up to obviously 175, isn't he? He's a big super middleweight and strong at super middleweight, Canelo, and it's like you should be beating someone who's coming up to. I mean, we saw that a little bit with Eubank Jr. and Conor Ben, didn't we? Clearly, the much better. And even after all the rehydration clauses and all the hijinks and the sweatsuits, the £10 on that, Eubank Jr. still got the job done. Look, I'm not comparing Conor Benn and Terence Crawford. I'm not. That's not what I'm trying to do. But we have weights for a reason. So I think if Canelo wins, I don't know. It might just be, well, yeah, you know, but he is the much bigger kind of super middleweight. But Crawford, though, I think if Crawford wins, yeah, I think that's going to improve his. It's going to improve his legacy more than what if Canelo wins, is what I'm trying to say, because he's the one coming up to weight division. I think he'll get more credit for the win. So I'm basically saying similar to what Elliot said, but I'm just kind of adding my little bits. Yeah.
Like, what about you, Elliot? If Crawford wins, what does it do for his legacy? Do you think it can go down just like equal footing to Mayweather after he does this, or
I think
if he does it?
I think it depends what sort of version of Canelo he beats. I think if he beats a Canelo Alvarez who's clearly past his best, he'll still get credit because of moving up in weight, but I don't think it will be overwhelming amount of credit. But if Canelo still looks like he's got a lot left and Crawford beats him after moving up in the 2 weights, after all the inactivity, then like we have to start having discussions about all-time, I'm not saying all-time best ever, but kind of pound for pound status in kind of like top 10 all-time greats. I really do. If you're doing that at the age of 37, it's special. I just think with Crawford, I'm a big Crawford fan, but his resume isn't packed with big names. It's packed with good fighters, and it's not his fault. It's just like his best win, maybe arguably Errol Spence. But I think going off what Andrew was saying as well, I thought that was a depleted version of Errol Spence. So I just think this is the chance for Crawford to have a massive name on his resume, because I don't think there are big names in his resume, of course, Sean Porter being one of them, Kell Brook being one of them, but both of those fighters were kind of at the end of their careers as well, you know. So I just think it's a chance of a big kind of a really big name to be on Terence Crawford's resume.
Yeah, that was kind of my thing as well. Like, he's not got anyone on his resume apart from Errol Spence,
Burns.
like big.
He uses the Ricky Burns name, didn't he, 10 years ago? But which Canelo slated? Did you see that, boys? I don't know if you saw it. Ricky Burns, who's he?
No, but you can know. But if you say, unless you're a boxing fan, you won't know who Ricky Burns is, especially if you're not even from the UK. So I can, but regardless, in a 4-belt era, this guy has become two weight classes undisputed, and I just think if he gets this win, he's got a Hall of Fame legend. Even though Canelo's past his best or whatever, he's got that signature win on his resume where, not at his age as well, I think it cements him. But like for Canelo, if he wins, I don't think anyone's going to care, because it's like, you're supposed to fucking win. This guy's a tiny little guy who started at 135 pounds. Yeah, now he's fighting at 168, and he can barely perform at 154. So, you know, the last one. Who have you got winning, and why? Like predictions. Who do you think is going to win, and how do you think they're going to win? Elliot, start with you.
I'm struggling here, chaps, but I'm going to give you. I'm not going to sit on the fence. It's one of those where I want to see the weigh-in. You know, because you want to see. I know we're recording this before the weigh-ins. That's not possible, but you want to see what does Terence Crawford look like? Does he look? Does he look fleshy? Does he look? What weight is he going to come in at? Is he going to come in 4 or 5 pounds under the limit? So that's going to be really interesting. My prediction at the moment is for Canelo Alvarez to win. Probably on points. I'm going to go with the old cliche. There are weight divisions in boxing for a reason. Yeah, and Terence Crawford is an elite fighter, but you cannot just move up 2 weight divisions against an experienced guy at 168 and expect just to kind of have your way. And Terence Crawford will outbox and win some rounds against Canelo. I'm sure he will do. But can he do that for 12 rounds without getting caught when you're that guy? And also, look where Crawford started off. He's not always been at 147 at 154. He's exactly. It's crazy to think. But that's my prediction. Canelo Alvarez on points.
Yeah, I think where I'm at with this is that, and perhaps I'm looking too much into going off the back of what Elliot was saying about the weigh-in. The problem is, for me, Crawford isn't knocking Canelo out. I know Canelo's sort of aging. You think, well, it is his chin holding up, but you know, he's not exactly been in wars the last few, probably since Golovkin anyway. The problem I've got, putting on another 14 pounds, which isn't an insignificant amount, even if that's muscle, right? And Chris, I always say this as a strength and conditioning coach, you know where I'm going with this. In my mind, in order for Crawford to win, he has got to use his boxing IQ. He's got to kind of pick his moments, get in range and get his shots off, win those rounds, get back out of range, use his tank. He's going to be nigh on closer to 38, 14 pounds heavier. And if there's a bit of junk in there, is he going to be able to run for 12? I'm not saying he's going to run, but he's got to move for as long as that fight lasts. Is he going to be able to do that at 168? He ain't, he's not. He was barely a natural 154. He's probably not a natural 154, is he? Let alone a 168. So the more I've analysed this today, knowing we're talking about it, I'm thinking, I don't know if he carries that weight and is able to keep Canelo off him. Because Canelo might come in. I reckon it might be a last hurrah for Canelo. I reckon adrenaline might just get him through. I think he might stop Crawford. It's a little bit of a bold one here in the sort of championship rounds. So I'm going with a Canelo stoppage. His first one for a while. Could age like milk, boys, but that's kind of my thought process with it. So there we are.
Oh, I'm going to throw one in there to upset the apple. But, I'm going for Crawford because some things that he has in his favour. For the past 5 years, he's only fought once a year, so he's used to that now. He's used to that, and I believe that he would have been training for Canelo since after that madrimov fight. I think he's been dieting in the gym, putting on muscle that's effective muscle. That I think he's been training non-stop from this fight this whole time. But he's
acclimatizing, is that
and
what
I
you're
just
saying?
think this is
Sorry
it.
to
That's
I didn't think of that theory.
Chris, can I ask Chris?
Yeah,
Chris, I've got a question for you. Do you think Crawford will come in at 168, or do you think he'll come in lighter?
I think he's going to come in a little bit lighter, just a little bit, like maybe 167 or something, or 67, because I think that he's going to do the Bivol method. He's going to come in, tap, out, and then move around, because Crawford's got really good feet, really good ring IQ. Like, he can close his eyes and he knows that he's at where he is in the ring. I think he's just going to be coming in at Canelo in phases, and it's just how long can he keep that up? Because his reach is pretty much, I think it's the same, or if not longer than Canelo. He's a little bit taller. So the only thing is Canelo's just like the beast. So I just think Canelo's fallen off. And I feel Crawford, in his head, what we said, I feel he's got something to prove, that I need to beat Canelo to get respect from boxing. So that's what I'm going to do to prove something to everybody. And I feel like his tunnel vision, because I know he didn't look great against Madrimov, but he probably wasn't really up for it. That's why it wasn't the best performance, even though he won it convincingly. So I'm going Crawford for the win.
We've all gone different predictions. I think that's the first one. Brilliant. That's good. It's a big one for the short.
Canelo 1 point from Elliot. Canelo for the KO from Andrew. And I'm going for Crawford on points.
Don't forget, in the description, great channel, good lads as well.
Yeah, like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe, and let us know your thoughts.